longer. Hunter, think about him in the pool just yesterday.
Hello, my dear viewers. Stay updated with all the latest WWE news and matches. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Let's diving. In recent weeks, the WWE Universe has been rocked by the shocking dismissal of Triple H, aka Paul Levesque, from his role as Chief Content Officer. This move, as significant as it is unexpected, has sent shockwaves through the company and its massive global fan base. For those who have followed the history of WWE, Triple H has been an integral figure, both in front of and behind the camera. As one of the most decorated wrestlers in WWE history, his transition into a backstage role was both natural and impactful. Under his leadership, WWE underwent a creative renaissance, with a particular focus on talent development, storytelling, and an overall revitalization of the NXT brand. His departure has left many fans wondering what went wrong and what it means for the future of WWE. What exactly led to his dismissal, and how will WWE evolve without him at the helm? Triple H's impact on WWE. To understand the gravity of Triple H's exit, it's essential to appreciate his legacy and role within WWE. As a wrestler, Paul Levesque was a force to be reckoned with. A multi-time world champion, his career spanned decades, and he was a central figure in some of the most memorable moments in WWE history. But it's his post-wrestling career as an executive that truly redefined his role in the company. When Triple H assumed a more hands-on position behind the scenes, his impact was undeniable. In 2015, Triple H took over the reins of NXT, a brand that was initially seen as a developmental territory. Under his leadership, NXT became a game-changer. Triple H transformed it into a legitimate third brand, often considered by fans as the most exciting product WWE had to offer. He brought in fresh, diverse talent and introduced a style of wrestling that was more rooted in sports entertainment. This new era of NXT featured intense rivalries, gripping storytelling, and an emphasis on in-ring talent that had been missing from the main roster. Many of the current WWE stars, including Finn Balor, Sasha Banks, and Seth Rollins, came through NXT under Triple H's direction. But it wasn't just NXT where Triple H's influence was felt. As Chief Content Officer, he took on the responsibility of overseeing WWE's entire creative direction. This included shaping storylines, character arcs, and the overall tone of the shows. Under his stewardship, WWE saw a return to more character-driven storytelling. Triple H revived classic wrestling tropes, breathing new life into rivalries, and ensuring that every match and storyline had a purpose. Fans quickly became invested in the drama, and WWE's product gained a new level of excitement that hadn't been seen in years. Triple H's commitment to developing talent was another hallmark of his tenure. He brought in international stars from across the globe, including the likes of Shinsuke Nakamura, Samoa Joe, and Asuka, who all found a home in NXT before eventually being called up to the main roster. His focus on promoting women's wrestling was also groundbreaking, pushing for the inclusion of women's matches on the same level as the men's, and ultimately leading to historic moments, such as the first-ever all-women's pay-per-view event, Evolution. In essence, Triple H was instrumental in shaping the modern era of WWE. He not only revitalized the product, but also ensured that WWE was more diverse, dynamic, and forward-thinking than it had ever been before. The investigation and allegations. Despite his success, Triple H's time as Chief Content Officer has not been without controversy. Recently, reports surfaced about an internal investigation launched by WWE's Board of Directors. Sources close to the investigation suggest that the focus was on two key issues: mismanagement of funds and conflicts within WWE's leadership team. These allegations have cast a shadow over Triple H's tenure, especially considering his long-standing reputation as a loyal and effective figure within the company. The first major allegation involved potential financial mismanagement. As a billion-dollar enterprise, WWE operates on a massive scale, and any financial irregularities, especially at the executive level, can have serious consequences. Reports indicate that the Board of Directors launched a thorough investigation, combing through internal documents and interviewing key figures within the company. While specifics about the alleged mismanagement remain unclear, the very suggestion of financial impropriety is troubling, especially for a company that prides itself on its fiscal responsibility and success. Equally concerning were reports of internal conflicts within WWE's leadership team. Triple H has long been seen as a central figure in the company, but it appears that his vision was not always aligned with other members of WWE's top brass. According to sources, there were growing tensions between Triple H and other executives, particularly in regard to the company's creative direction and its financial priorities. These conflicts reportedly caused a rift within WWE, leading to a breakdown in communication and collaboration at the highest levels. Additionally, some sources suggested that Triple H's commitment to creative storytelling may have caused issues with WWE's overall financial strategy. While WWE's product may have been more exciting and engaging under Triple H's leadership, there were claims that some of his creative decisions weren't aligned with the company's financial interests. Allegations surfaced that certain storylines or rivalries were pushed despite their potential to harm WWE's bottom line. This focus on creative direction, while well received by fans, may have led to financial setbacks for the company, and it seems that the board ultimately decided that the risks were too great to overlook. After a lengthy investigation, WWE's Board of Directors reportedly concluded that there was enough evidence to justify parting ways with Triple H. This decision came as a shock to many, as Triple H had long been a cornerstone of WWE's success. The board's statement on the matter was sparse, acknowledging the findings of the investigation without providing specifics. Regardless, the message was clear. Triple H's tenure with WWE had come to an end. The WWE Universe reacts. As the news of Triple H's dismissal spread, the WWE Universe was left reeling. Fans, many of whom had grown to admire Triple H for his contributions to the company, were stunned by the sudden nature of his departure. Social media was abuzz with reactions, ranging from shock and disbelief to confusion and anger. For many, Triple H was seen as the architect of WWE's modern era. His creative direction had brought back the drama and excitement that had been missing for years, and the idea of WWE moving forward without him was almost unimaginable. Supporters of Triple H were vocal in expressing their disappointment, arguing that his vision was the driving force behind WWE's recent success. They pointed to the return of character-driven storytelling, the elevation of NXT as a premier brand, and the incredible talent that had risen under his leadership. For these fans, Triple H was not just an executive. He was a savior of WWE's creative direction. His departure felt like a massive loss, and many questioned whether WWE would be able to maintain the same level of excitement without him. On the other hand, some fans understood the board's decision, acknowledging that the internal conflicts and financial concerns could not be ignored. These fans were curious to see how WWE would evolve in the post-Triple H era. Would the company return to a more Vince McMahon-style approach to storytelling, or would new leadership bring a fresh perspective to WWE's creative direction? Regardless of where fans stood, it was clear that Triple H's exit had created a sense of uncertainty within the WWE Universe. His departure left a huge void, and fans were eager to see how WWE would fill it. What's next for Triple H? While Triple H's departure from WWE may mark the end of an era for the company, it's unlikely to be the end of his career in professional wrestling. Known for his passion and innovation, Triple H will likely continue to be involved in the wrestling world, whether that means joining another promotion or starting his own venture. If he chooses to return to the spotlight, fans will undoubtedly be watching closely to see where his next chapter unfolds. Conclusion: Triple H's dismissal from WWE marks a significant turning point in the company's history. While the details of the investigation are still emerging, it's clear that his departure will have lasting implications for WWE. Fans remain divided on the decision, with some mourning the loss of his creative vision and others wondering what the future holds. As WWE enters a new era, one thing is certain: Triple H's legacy will continue to shape the company for years to come. Whether or not his influence will be felt in the next chapter of WWE remains to be seen, but his contributions to the company's success cannot be denied.